fighting as a underground guerrillas. We have received orders from the headquarters of the underground movement, and the orders were to destroy a bridge across a river. The only reasonable way to destroy the bridge was to blow it with dynamite. So we had a meeting, and the orders were to approach the bridge, taking this particular route. And for some reason or other, it just didn't jive with what I have felt had to be done. And when the day came that we were ordered to destroy the bridge, we were supposed to follow certain route to get to the bridge. And my crew of 5 men, they followed me, and one of them called my attention to it, to take not the route that had been agreed upon during the meeting we had. I had an intuition that that route is no good. I could not explain that by anything except that it was an intuition. That was the tremendous gift I had, that for some reason or other, which I could not explain, the intuition actually was the guiding force which I have followed when I was fighting as an underground guerrilla. And one of my men called my attention to it, that this is not the way we are supposed to go. And the man who actually called my attention, he was the traitor in our group. And so anyway, and as persuasive he was to follow the route that was being agreed upon, since I was in charge of it, we had to take the route I was leading my men. It was just 180 degrees opposite to what was done. And of course, we were suspicious about that one man and so on. So anyway, we had to make him ineffective, because he could have warned the crew that were manning the machine gun. So, but anyway, we got rid of him before we came close enough that he could warn them. He was knifed, and since it was critical that we could not kill him with a with a bullet
Yeah.
to make that noise. But anyway, they we cut his wrist, and he bled to death. It takes just a few minutes, and then he was unconscious, stuff like that. And then we came over, and of course the procedure with it, but there were two men.
Two
when you are-
Germans.
Yeah, when you are when you are manning a machine gun, you have to have one man on the trigger and the other one feeding the ammunition to him.
Okay.
So anyway, it had to be done. Of course, then since we got rid of the traitor, and we were very close to see, and we did not have goggles to see at night, but we knew the terrain very well. So when we came close enough, we just opened our machine guns, and they didn't even have a chance to change their position or anything like that. So it was all these things are done by surprise.
Okay. You were able to surprise them.
That is correct. But the main thing was that we had to kill the traitor.
Yeah. Or else you would all die.
Yeah. So how are you going to, because they would have, had we shot him, we would have let the opposition know that something went wrong.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, we just make him ineffective by bleeding. It takes about 5 minutes to lose the blood and so on. And once he was gone,
And
they
you
was just sitting duck.
and you guys destroyed the machine gun nest?
Oh yeah, we used hand grenades. We
Okay.
were close enough to throw the hand grenade to the nest
Okay.
of the German soldiers.
Before they knew you were there.
Yeah.
And
So
then
anyway,
yeah, immediately after destroying the nest,
yeah,
did you guys proceed?
yeah, that is correct. We just
And then did you proceed that night to the bridge?
oh yeah, because it had to be done. We had to be on schedule because the troops who were supposed to come across the river, they were not allowed to come over, and they were just stopped because they could not get over I mean, it was not just foot soldiers, that was tanks and army trucks and stuff like that. Tanks, everything was when I go over. It was one of the key positions.
So did you guys go
Yeah,
to the bottom of the bridge
yeah.
and put the dynamite on the support?
Well, no. We threw the hand grenades into the nest where the machine gun was.
Yeah.
And then of course nobody was gonna stop us putting the dynamite sticks. And of course then you can use it with a spark or you can use it with a rope made out of special material. You just use. You had to strike. You had to set that cord on fire, and it progresses.
Yeah.
When you have when you employ when you have access to electricity, then you have to have a battery, and since you can have an electric cord running several hundred feet, see, and but when it when you have the rope which is ignited, that will create that wire that fire is following the road, so you couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
See that? Or you just use a electrical wire, and then you wait. Let's say they are already on the bridge, so you let them until they were in, and then you just the dynamiting here in mines, when they are drilling either underground or above the ground, open pit, they have wires stretched over, and you can detonate 10, 15, 20 the combustible material that can be activated all at once. So you cannot give yourself up by striking the fire that would following the.
Yeah. So did you guys wait for Germans to be on the bridge,
No.
or you just
Yeah.
destroyed it?
Yeah, well, we would have been probably overpowered by the Germans, so we couldn't do it that way. So we activated the dynamite with sparks,
Okay. And then ran?
and yeah, we ran like hell. Yeah, we didn't. We had a boat in the river.
Oh.
It was not just a small stream. It was a pretty good sized river, maybe 100 yards across, and so on. And so we had to go down in the water, and one man running on the shore, and so on. And we actually heard them coming. So then our intention was to wait until they are on a bridge,
Yeah.
but it was not. We could not execute the plan that way. So unfortunately, we had to blow the bridge before the convoy of the Germans. They were retreating from really coming back from the Russian front.
Okay.
See? So anyway, and we had a raft, and they were going down the stream, and the raft didn't make any noise, and it was rather swiftly running stream, so we got away far enough
Yeah.
that neither the convoy of the Germans, which we have destroyed, we actually destroyed a bridge, and they just couldn't. They just couldn't get. They finally, they had raft. They cut some trees down and make a raft and fine. But well, our orders were to destroy the bridge.